You see, sometimes in life things don't go exactly as planned, and that's exactly what happened to me recently. Just a couple of weeks back, I purchased the new Hero XPulse 200, and guess what? Hero MotoCorp decided to release an updated version of the same bike. Talk about timing, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my XPulse 200. It's been a blast to ride whatever short duration that I've ridden so far, and it has exceeded my expectations in many ways. But I can't help but feel a little bit of biased remorse, knowing that there were so many or a couple of updates, not so many, 6 to 7 updates on the new bike. So it's a feeling that many of us have experienced at some point in our lives, and you make a purchase, and shortly after something newer or better comes along, and it leaves you with a sense of regret and disappointment, and it always happens. Especially in the world of motorcycles, where manufacturers are constantly fighting to come up with newer versions with newer features. Take for example the KTM 390 Adventure. The current Adventure that they just released, the newer version with adjustable suspension and spoke wheels, that is the version I would have actually liked to get in the first place, in the first time I got it. And it's just something that you always feel at the end of the day. So anyway, a couple of the updates that they did on the newer Xpulse is what I wanted to talk about in this video, and two of those updates that I would actually have appreciated on my bike, and let's see if I can retrofit them. I'm sure you guys have already seen a lot of other videos of the updates that the new Xpulse gets, the 2023 Xpulse. The first one being a taller windscreen. Okay, everything I'm talking about is from my perspective, my point of view, and as per what I feel I would have enjoyed. Maybe I don't need it at all. So anyway, the first update that a lot of people are talking about is the taller windscreen. In fact, there are a lot of companies that made aftermarket taller windscreen. I never really felt the need for it. I didn't feel the need for it in the 390 Adventure, which could actually do higher speeds as well, and that too riding with off-road or MX helmet with a peak. I actually didn't feel the need for it, so that was okay. It has newer handguards. That's the second update, and the current handguards that are there on the the one that I have, it's very flimsy. I don't think it'll last that long. So yeah, the newer one, I'm not sure if it has a metal part inside the handguard, but it looks to be constructed better. I haven't seen it in person, so I'm not sure how it is. Yeah, so apart from that, it has the third update, I believe, is a charging port up front. That I would actually probably appreciate. Not like that I use the charging port that was there in the ADV 390 a lot, but then I've seen the one that is there in the current Xpulse, that the one that I have, and it's not a great place where it is located, and it's not accessible as well. So yeah, I guess upfront having a charging point, good to have, but it's okay. Okay, so these are points that it's okay. I don't really regret or have a sense of remorse. But anyway, the next two is what I'm actually interested in. So the fourth update is actually riding modes of the Xpulse, and I believe there are three riding modes, where it's road, off-road, and rally. And forget that, it's all a gimmick. It only has front ABS, but then I would have really appreciated having the option to switch off ABS from the console and keep it switched off even if you stall the bike. That is something that even the KTM 390 I had an issue with, but I believe a lot of Xpulse users that are using the older version, they take off the ABS fuse, and that simply does the job. But yeah, I would have appreciated having the ability to do that from the console. So of course, let's see if we get a ECU update that does the same job, because essentially there's no hardware change. It's something that could be done in software, I believe. And the final update is something that I'm actually interested in, because which is slightly modified rider foot peg position. I believe it's 30 lower and 8 30 rear or 8 lower, something like that. I'm not exactly sure of what degree it is lowered by and what degree it's pushed backward, but that is something I believe a lot of people would appreciate. I believe there's a video by Abhinav Bhatt, if you follow him, who has modified his XPulse by a huge degree. I mean, I am a big fan of his channel. So he uses the JC Moto, what do you call, aftermarket part that would modify the foot pegs of the XPulse, and that is something I was actually looking forward to, because I tried standing up and riding on the XPulse and I felt it was a little too higher, the foot pegs. I felt the standing up position of the KTM 390 Adventure was pretty natural. It takes a little bit of effort for me to stand up and ride on the XPulse, so I guess the modified foot peg position would be a little more optimized. So that is something that I'm actually looking forward to. Let's see if there are a lot of these smaller Instagram based spare parts provider for Hero that would sooner or later come up with this part, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's see if I do that. That could probably be one of the first modifications that I do on the bike. So anyway, these are some of the 5 updates that that caught my eye, and I'm keen of kind of trying it out. So anyway, while these updates certainly make me get a tinge of regret, it's important to remember that no matter when you buy a motorcycle, there will always be a new update, just around the corner. There'll be features that the company is planning, and you're probably not even aware. I mean, a lot of people are expecting the XPulse 400, but instead they gave us a modified or updated version of the 200 itself. So it's okay. I mean, it's the nature of the industry, and we don't know what is coming up ahead. So yeah, instead of thinking about all these changes that Hero has done, I'm just trying to see if the changes that makes or matters to me, if I can get it retrofitted into the current vehicle that I have. But hey, if you're in the market for a new XPulse 200, these updates are definitely worth considering. I mean, like, I don't think they have a stock of the old vehicle anyway, so I mean, they are a nice value addition to an incredible motorcycle. So yeah, that's about it for today. I mean, that's something that I just wanted to talk about, that bias remorse is a real thing. I mean, it's important to appreciate what we have at the end of the day, and make the most out of the current rides that we have. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to say that less and less, and hit the like button if you do like this video. Anyway, as always, ride safe and keep exploring and keep the rubber side down. Bye bye.